Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Anthro interview. Today I am with...
Hello everybody, I am the Amazing Gamer111.
Woohoo! So Jesus. So, we finally managed to get him to
Right at the
interview.
beginning of this thing, are we?
I know. Basically, he was interested to interview, so here we are now. Gonna ask him some questions, maybe more categories. Let me just bring this channel up here real quick. Alright, so, let's start simple. Any fun facts about your channel? Like, what the history of it is?
There is quite a lot of history with the Amazing Gamer111 YouTube channel. It started in May 13th of 2016. I was just a teenager, looking to make the world smile, and I think at this point I've accomplished that goal very well. I was very young. I think it was about either 13 or 14 when I began the channel, which was a good age to start, making content. The main thing I wanted to do was just reaction videos at the beginning. I think I accomplished that pretty well, except the first two videos on my channel have since been deleted, because those first two videos were actually of me, quote-unquote, playing sunky.mpeg and silly.tiff, which were actually fake gameplays, and if you guys don't understand that, let me explain it quick. It's basically when, on my iPad, the same way I did my reactions, I held my stupid little laggy Android phone that can only hold like 15 minutes of video over my iPad, under the blanket, at my nan's house, under the bed, and just recorded no commentary gameplay of Sunky and Silly and uploaded those and said, oh, I totally played it, and I deleted those videos since. So that's good that those are gone, so I'm being honest about that. The bad news is my first ever YouTube video now is a reaction to a Super Mario Logan video. I'm not happy about that.
Oh yeah. Especially what's happening now with Super Mario Logan. Oh boy.
There is actually a bit of history behind my name as well. And I've heard, no one's really asked me this, but why is there a 111 there? That was inspired by my older brother, who has a YouTube channel of his own. He does vlogs and stuff on it and basically documents his like each month he uploads a document of his life and what he's been up to that month. And it's really fun, I love watching those. Hi Jack, if you're watching. And the history behind the 111 of my name is actually inspired by him from one of his previous YouTube channels by the name of CyberDalek222, and I thought, oh, I'll take inspiration from that and be like the Amazing Gamer 111. It has no real significance. The 111 isn't a date or a birth date or anything or a release for anything. It's just there because I wanted to honor the roots of like my older brother. He kind of inspired me to be a YouTuber and create fun content, and there's a lot of stuff that he did in his days of being on his old YouTube channel, and I've taken inspiration from that, and I'm actually going to bring some of what he did back into my own content with new context and everything. So yeah, that's a teaser. I mean, some of you might be able to guess what it is because of the secret blurred out world in my Minecraft Let's Play in the first episode when I blurred out the first world. That's what that's for, to bring back some of his old stuff and make it more modern. So you guys will see about all that when we get to that bridge.
It's good that like you take inspiration from your brother, especially when he has done content too. Is he still doing it right now, or is he like done with it?
He is. He actually uploaded literally yesterday of his document of March and everything he did in March. So they come out once a month. Those I think they are the "This is my insert month name here" videos, and it's just a whole vlog, about half an hour long of the whole month. It's great. I love watching those.
That's good to know. Yeah, it's really nice for like inspiration, like how your brother's like doing now. If you're watching this, hello there. Tag's been
He's doing
good.
quite well. He's finishing university soon. I'm so proud of him. So awesome.
It would make sense if you're like proud of him in some way. I would be too if I had a brother, which I don't. Damn.
I do have I guess I'll mention this while I do have a younger brother who also has a YouTube channel, and he was in all of my Cuphead Let's Play, so you've already seen him before, and he and I have had a lot of fun together on my channel. the Cuphead Let's Play.
Yeah. We've seen him before. Pretty funny too.
Yeah, he is definitely funny.
Anything else you want to say about, basically fun facts about your channel?
I think that's it for the main history and about the main channel and its origins.
That's good to know. Alright, so, first thing we're gonna start strong. The Misadventures of Obese and Shadow Man.
And perfect timing. I was literally just animating it when you called me.
I want to explain the history of the Misadventures.
Indeed. So, shortly after Special Strike came out, I think it was about 2 weeks after Special Strike, either that or it was just after the April Fool's joke where we first saw Obese and Shadow Man, and I thought that I'll make just some stupid little funny animation out of this and see if it gets a kick out of anyone. And what do you know? It's a full series now. It just started with an 11-second crappy animation with bad voice acting of Obese sticking a rock up Shadow Man's butt. And for some reason, everyone likes that. You guys have got some problems.
That is true. Want to hear a fun fact that I kind of received yesterday? It's canon that April Fool's is Obese and Shadow Man's birthday.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah, it's canon now. It's one of the
And the game that came out recently was a blast as well.
Oh yeah, that was a blast from the past. It was like a Q&A segment. Somebody asked, is it canon that their birthdays are like April 1st? He said yeah. The hot dog man said yeah.
That's really cool. Oh, that's nice one to confirm that.
Yeah. Alright. So, are you proud of the way, like, the series has gone into now? Like, are you proud of, like, all the episodes?
The way it's evolved, yes. Sorry, I'm just having tea at the moment. Yeah, I'm very happy with how it's evolved, and the way I went about wanting to bring it to a satisfying close. Because, you know, if I had implemented zero story, the episode 10's ending would have just been boring, and the series would have been like everything. Each and every episode would be like 1 minute, and they probably would have all been underwhelming. That's why episode 7 I felt like, okay, we're gonna grab a new character, we're gonna introduce him, establish him, give him a bit of lore over the next few episodes, and then for the big finale, we will have it take place during the events of possibly one of the biggest SFM calamities of all time, which was the Special Strike, and was a staple of the SFM Fnaf community. It was a really important step, and I think to have episode 10 of Obese take place during Special Strike 1 is actually going to be a lot of fun.
So, speaking of that, since episode 10 is gonna take place in, like, Special Strike, how would it be explained, like, if they got into SSR?
That'll be explained towards the end of the episode. Like, it'll be leeway for SSR to pick up. So, you'll see when that happens.
Alright, is there a reason why Chief wants to, like, go after Obese and Shadow Man? I mean, I know there's Captain Big Ears, but, like, they have to, like, could just straight up kidnapped him again, or just not kidnap Shadow Man.
Well, here's the sort of mentality that the Chief had. He knew of this imposter in an alternate universe of him, and he was like, oh, well, we have an imposter, and he's somewhere in an alternate universe, so I can't have that, especially not so close to the strike. And since these two seem to be causing so much trouble in their own realm, we wouldn't want that in mine. So we're going to go and fix them up by stealing. We're going to take away his closest ally, being Shadow Man, and that would lead. He knew that Obese would come and rescue him, and also bring another prisoner that escaped Big Ears with him. So once those three are locked up, as well as Freddy and the gang, or at least he assumes they are at this point, he will have no problems going into the strike, and it'll all be done quickly. But of course, as we've seen, that is not what happens in Special Strike, and it's all a bunch of mayhem. So Chief is after Freddy and the gang, but he's also aware of this Chief imposter, which is Obese in another world, and he wants him taken care of as well. So I thought if I could implement that in as well as the Special Strike story, it would be kind of like Lion King in a half, where it's just the first movie but from a different perspective with Timon and Pumbaa, that kind of thing. And I think that could work really well.
Will it kind of be explained how Captain Big Ears like showed up? I know he's an escaped prisoner, but like, will there be an origin story of him, like how he was like born and such, or is he just one of those haha memes?
Well, the origins of him is mainly what we saw in episode 9, of him just being a prisoner. His whereabouts of where he came from, I'm gonna leave that, like what universe he came from, I'm gonna leave that up to the audience. He is in my headcanon the Shadow Bonnie we see in the one April Fool's Day special where Obese is filming his own movie and points a gun at his sidekick while he's like, left, me sidekick, left. And the Shadow Bonnie's just saying, please sir, money, boss. My headcanon is that bunny is Big Ears. I know it's not the same model, but it's my headcanon anyway.
Yeah, there's always something called
sense.
different universes.
Indeed.
Different realities.
But wherever he came from, that's just my headcanon, it's not official confirmation. So I'll leave that up to the fans to make their own connections to where Big Ears came from and all that.
Yeah, that'll make sense. I mean, like, Big Ears is like, it's like an unknown character that we don't really know much. All we know is that he escaped, but people are obviously gonna know, like, oh, where did he come from? This and this and that.
Exactly. And I have made sure, because I know a few people are skeptical about Big Ears, I'm gonna clear this now, he will not be a mainstay. The mainstays are Obese and Shadow Man. Big Ears is gonna be like, he will appear every now and then, but he won't be there all the time after episode 10. There will be more appearances from Obese and Shadow Man after the 10th episode, but not in the form of a new movie or season 2. Like, literally, episode 10 is the last big thing they're in. This is their big send-off grand finale. They will appear again in stuff like the Tag movie, and I don't know, maybe in the background of Fanath World, the animated series, as an Easter egg, but this is their main finale, so...
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. Like, you can't always have, like, Big Ears around. It's usually, like, a duo, Obese and Shadow Man, and then there's just Big Ears. Like, I know he would want to go back to where he came from, or probably travel to different universes, whatever he wants to do, and just, like, visit them once in a while, since... I don't know if they are technically friends, or just alliances in some sort of way.
Yeah, I guess they're maybe just, like, temporary friends, or, what's the word, acquaintances. And I do plan for... I would like Big Ears at the end of episode 10 to maybe just say his goodbyes, but only for now, and go off on his own adventures and quests, and I don't know, maybe that could be a whole fan spin-off. If any animators wanted to make a spin-off of Big Ears going on his own adventures across the multiverse, that'd be cool. That could be its own game for next April Fool's, Hottest Dog, the Big Ears Quest. Oh my god.
Big Ears Quest around the multiverse.
That could sing. That could sing.
But speaking of this spin-off of Big Ears, I know it's probably just answered this, but like, do you plan on whatsoever, like, to make something with Big Ears, like, how he's doing, like his own video or something?
Maybe he could like do audio logs or document his adventures or something like that.
I know what I'm gonna do with Big Ears now.
There's so much potential for his character because he hasn't been around very long, so he has the most clean slate for his own stuff to happen after episode 10.
Yeah, that's true. Big Ears can be like a character that like people could do like whatever he wants. Well, like not like. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm looking at you, fans are dirty-minded. Like, just adventure-wise.
Maybe we could like have a whole thing that everyone did with QXR, and just take him. Like, people could feature him in their videos of going to their worlds and stuff, and seeing what Big Ears does there. If we could do that for a short while, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I know. I exactly know what I'm gonna do with Big Ears now. Since you're in a server of mine. I might add Big Ears there.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about the misadventures of Obese and Shadow Man?
Yeah, I just really want to thank everyone who's like supported the series so far, and I really want to thank the Hottest Dog for letting me make the series in the first place, dude. Being able to flesh out these characters and just take them on these wacky journeys of robbing banks and playing Mario Kart and finding out who Joe is. Also, whether or not Obese has slept with Joe is that's confidential. I can't say anything about that.
Hey Peter, I slept with Obese, or did I?
It's been fun to make this series, it really has, and I'm having a blast with episode 10 now. It's just been so much fun, and I can't wait to see what happens with them in 1 year from now, on the next April Fool's Day of 2023.
Alright, one last question about Obese and Shadow Man. What inspired you to basically make the misadventures of Obese and Shadow Man, if you remember from your young brain?
Yeah, I literally had no inspiration. I just got bored one day and just put what was in my mind and just plopped it into SFM and boom, episode 1. And the funny thing is, I could have just named it as an SFM short and not episode 1, but I didn't. Honestly, I regret that now. I'm kidding.
Is that basically it for Obese and Shadow Man?
For the boys, yeah, I think that's it for Cheese Bear and Purple Bear.
Alright, next up we are gonna go to your reactions and gameplays. So, since your new video just came out, does that mean you returned to YouTube officially, or is it just you want to play Obese and Shadow Man's quest?
I just really wanted to play it and have the video out for the day it came out, so that's not my official return. But I do have a few videos that I do plan to return with. In fact, I think I wrote them down in my community thingamadoodles. Some of the stuff I do want to return with is the full Season 1 review of the Cuphead show, which is going to take a while. But I'm still having fun editing that, and it's doing great. Also, I should mention none of these are in any particular order, except for episode 2 and 3 of Fanath World. After that, it's Fanath World, the Animated Series episode 2, then a preview for episode 10 of Obese and Shadow Man. Then I'm gonna let you go. Actually, I'll tell you now what I'm doing for the Tag Plays schedule, because I do have that with me. So we'll get to that in a sec. Then the FNAF ranked video from 1 to Security Breach. And of course, episode 3 of Fanath World. And also a Tags Reacts to Blue Mountain Mystery, which is what I want to return with. That was my favorite Thomas movie as a kid, so I thought, why not? People seem to like the idea. And also, for another reaction I have ready, is Return of the Anomaly, Special Strike 3, the fan-made film, whenever that comes out.
Oh yeah.
The Memeverse episode 3, and the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared pilot, whenever that's coming out. For the Tags Plays schedule, no new Let's Plays will be started until I finish all the current ones, with those being Bendy, Banjo, Lucky, Fanath World, Ukulele, and Ratchet and Clank. And after that, I will be doing... I've got these in separate waves, by the way, so I'll name them off. Wave 2 of the Let's Plays is going to be Security Breach and Banjo-Tooie. Once those two are done, Wave 3 will be Portal 2 and Paper Mario. Once those are done, Wave 4 will be Disney Infinity and FNAF 1. After that, it'll be Doki Doki Literature Club and Little Nightmares. And the Wave 6 will be Mario Odyssey and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. The demo, by the way, of Kirby, oh, so good. Can't wait to actually buy the game.
I've seen tons of reviews and they say, dude, it's pretty good. The reviews are pretty swell.
Because I'd never played Kirby, and I did the demo for this, and I was like, wow, this looks really fun. I might have to get this.
What made you play the Kirby in the Forgotten Land demo?
Well, I saw the trailer during a Nintendo Direct, and this was at a time where I didn't care for Kirby at all. And then I just saw Kirby on the beach in his 3D Odyssey-looking setting, and I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting. And then he's running around the mall. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling some exploration here. This looks nice. And then I see all the creative enemy ideas, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just like Mario Galaxy. I gotta get this. I was really excited for release.
Yeah, like if the Kirby developers are like watching, y'all did a great job at that game. Like, masterpiece.
And I really hope they do more 3D Kirbys in the future. Not like completely replace the 2D Kirbys, but just every now and then, a couple years down the line, just release another one, or a sequel. I don't know.
Yeah, basically, some Kirby games didn't do too well, like Star Allies, I think it was one of them.
Music was good though in Star Allies, I did like the music.
Yeah, the music is of course good. How's Super Lucky Tales going?
Very well. I am enjoying. It is my second or first. Ratchet and Clank and Lucky are my 2 blind Let's Plays, which means if you guys don't know what a blind Let's Play is, it's basically when you know nothing about a game when you're playing it for your YouTube channel. You know nothing about it. You're going in. You saw no trailers, no gameplay, nothing. Then you go in, you play the game. I had no idea what kind of commentary I was going to do for the game. So far, both seem to be really fun. Ratchet is a little tedious here and there, especially in part 4, but still fun.
That's good to know. I know this is not like reactions as plays, but are you still gonna continue Tag as phone guy?
At some point, I believe so, yes. I don't know when, but it'll happen.
Alright, anything else you want to say about these Let's Plays / reactions?
Not much, other than I've just been really enjoying them. Like, filming reactions and the new format that I did with the new generation has been a blast, really, and it's a lot more fun to edit stuff in without just being staring at the screen blind until I say something. We could just get to the interesting stuff. I'm mostly happy with the new reaction format. The gaming stuff is a lot of fun too. The new microphone certainly helps me to sound a lot better in PlayStation 4 Let's Plays. There's a whole can of worms on how I actually edit my Let's Plays, especially with Toontag. Like, you should see a 20-minute long PC gaming video with Toontag in. That takes like up to 3 days minimum to edit. It is so tedious, but it's so worth it in the end.
That makes sense. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it for that segment.
Alright, so next up is well, this might be a short one, but Fun Times in Gmod. I just saw them, and I will admit they are pretty old.
I know I said
some of them are pretty old, at least.
I know I did say that episodes are going to be recorded right after Christmas. They haven't been yet. I still need to get the boys together and record some videos, but it's gonna happen, don't worry. We will get Fun Times in Gmod back on for May. I want to have at least 5 episodes of Gmod, which are about 10 minutes long each, ready to go for May. So,
will you add
there's no schedule for when those really come out.
Yeah.
What day I release them, they'll just come out random.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there gonna be any new members in Fun Times in Gmod since lately been making new friends?
Oh, indeed. Whenever I can, I'll get new people into the Gmod episodes. Like, sometimes it'll be me, Bluezon, Smoggy, and then other times it'll be me and possibly you as well if you wanted to join, and Endstone.
Oh, hell yeah.
Pack, if he has Gmod, anyone.
I would definitely want to join sometime.
Hell yeah. We could do that.
I mean, last time when we played Gmod, Balloon Boys took over. I still have the screenshot.
It was the three-way Balloon Boy cult with Endstone.
Yeah, it was just the 3 Balloon Boy cults. Oh boy. Alright, next up is Tag's audio commentaries. Lately I've seen the Fanath World one.
Those ones are for very special animations, such as Obese episode 10 is going to have one. Every single episode of Fanath World, the animated series, is going to have one. We'll get to the animated series in a minute, guys, don't worry. The Tag movie's going to have one. I'm going to have my older brother join me for the Tag movie one, because he was a co-writer in that, so that would be very important to have him there. And let's see, what other bigger projects as well in the future will have audio commentaries, but audio commentaries are just going to be behind the scenes. That'll be my equivalent of behind the scenes. I'll show them as I'm talking about the episode as well, so yeah, those are definitely going to keep on coming. And I only just noticed I got to 16.5k subscribers while we were talking. Yay.
Yeah! I didn't really notice it. I didn't really notice it too myself, even though I'm on the channel right now. So it's just for like special animations, like of yours, or is it going to be like others?
Mainly just mine, because when they're the ones I make, I do those because I know the behind the scenes of my own animations, and there's some pretty funny ones for episode 10 of Obese I've already done. Some behind the scenes.
Speaking of Fnaf World, the anime series, I think you already guys know, we are on that point now. Y'all probably wanted that most one, since it's obviously Fanath World. Tag is like the babysitter of animated series.
Probably my most highly anticipated quality content in SFM I've ever made. Debatable, but in my opinion, it definitely is, and the most time-consuming one. The main problem as to why episode 2 hasn't come out yet is voice acting, but I don't hold that accountable to the voice actors because one is very busy and another is going through a rough point in his life. And I do want to give them time to, just take a breather and have some space. And as soon as things are ready, I will speed on to episode 2. Plus the new models have come out as well, so those will be very helpful. So episode 2 is coming, and episode 3 is going to come out when I return as well. So episode 2 and 3 will come out within 2 weeks of each other when I return in May. So hopefully, if the models have come out by then that I need for episode 3, and the voice acting lines are done.
We need the toys.
Yes, we need the toys and also some of the bosses. That's all I need for episode 2 and 3.
There are some bosses, but there's not many. Since in the Steam Workshop, it is kind of dull. I mean, we did recently get the Withers.
Is that, the bosses I need don't exist anymore, unless they're being ported right now as we speak. Whoa.
Yeah, but the Withers did come out. So basically, we did this again, but the last thing we did, that's when the Wither models just came out, so that was an unexpected one for them.
Yeah, we were just talking, then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, the Wither models just came out in SFN.
I know, right? It was mad spoiled. That was unexpected. It's oh, you guys are interviewing? Let me enter due to chat. For the animated series, where is Golden Freddy? I know people are gonna ask this a lot, but I know you said it in your audio commentary.
Quite a lot after episode 1, yeah. And even in the original version of episode 1, there was no explanation as to where he was. And people said, oh, he might have turned into Fredbear. I am gonna deconfirm that. He did not turn into Fredbear. And there's a very special reason as to why Golden Freddy is not with the main team. He is missing. And he is being guarded. And that's all I'm gonna say.
So
he is being guarded and hidden away by someone.
Will it ever be explained why the others are there, like the toys, Fredbear? Yeah, especially Fredbear, since Fredbear's an old.
In episode 3, you'll find out how why the toys and all the other animatronics are there, and why they're corrupted, and why some aren't. It'll all be explained, don't worry, throughout season 1.
Yeah. How do they know how to fight at one point? Is there some sort of button? Do they just press it and something happens? Or do they just actually do it themselves?
Well, in the thumbnail of episode 2 that was shown in my update video a while ago, we do actually see that Chica is looking at her moveset. I hope that confirms that in season 1, episode 2, they are going to learn how to fight. So don't worry. In episode 2, there will be more fighting. I've seen people criticize the first episode for not having any battles. That was really the point. It was just to get people introduced to the world of Fanath World. And I have all of the thumbnails for episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 with me right now. So we'll put those up on screen so you guys can see all of the unused stuff that's going to be replaced for the future thumbnails. So yeah, special behind the scenes for you.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Since there's the new models that come out, is it just gonna be they somehow know that they turn different, or is Bonnie gonna break the fourth wall kind of mentioned multiple times?
Oh yeah, in episode 2 I did rewrite one short segment of the episode at the beginning where Bonnie questions the look of the new models, and you'll be able to see why the rest of them think that as well. So when that joke pops up, it'll pay off.
Yeah. So in episode 1, how Foxy got bullied by Mr. Mean Tree, will there be any more funny references, comedy as such?
Yeah, there certainly will be. I'm just chewing a biscuit right now. I do want there to definitely be tidbits of comedy in the series, because I want the narrative to be more serious as the episodes go on, but not too dark like Memeverse is, because it's good to keep a balance. I know that some series want to be incredibly dark like Memeverse, and that's awesome. That's for Derpy's leeway. Hottest Dog is looking to be a bit jokey, but kind of not at the same time, still keeping things serious with the new stuff that's going on. I am somewhere in the middle, where there will be sinister stuff hidden behind the cutesy look, which is what Fanath World is. You go in expecting... It's like what MatPat said in GT Live at the beginning of the Let's Play. He said he hopes that it's a worm cake. Looking nice on the exterior, ready to take a nice fresh slice out of that delicious cake, but on the inside, under all that cute icing, is a world of disgusting horrors that no one could have seen coming. That's the kind of feeling I want Fanath World, the animated series, to have. Cute on the outside, a worm cake on the inside.
That makes a lot of sense. Also, this might be like not related to Fanath World whatsoever, but since your banner has like the Fanath World old models, will you be changing your banner?
I will be changing that at some point soon, yeah. I do like to change my banner once every like 3 or so months. I just change it like not too close in between, but yeah, I will replace those models with new ones now the new models are out.
So next question is why is Fredbear there? Like, even though he was from the past, how do the Animator 4 know about Fredbear?
Well, there's a very interesting answer to that, in fact. And I think I'm gonna leave it unanswered for now, because that's a major part of Season 1, which you will find out. You won't even find out why he's there in Season 1. You'll have to wait until Season 2 to find out.
Yeah, that would, yeah. It's best to leave things unanswered for now.
Yeah, like the FNAF 4 box. Maybe some things are best left alone for now.
Yeah, that box is never going to be seen again, I bet. Especially now if security breach is a mess a bit.
Yeah, it's an uneasy reputation and future. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, since I know you're making a video about, what was it again, that you had to use my gaming channel for something?
That is for the FNAF ranked video, and you'll see when it comes out in May.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, so anything else you want to say about Fanath World, the animated series?
I think I do especially want to thank all of the voice actors and actresses for putting their all into their performances and auditions, and those of you who even aren't going to be there for very long or too much. I still appreciate each and every one of you, and especially Annie, Pac, Phoenix, Cody, Malachi, and just all the mains as well, who myself as Toy Bonnie, Shay, Vib Ripple, everyone who's going to be playing main characters, side characters, cameo characters, small characters, boss characters, everyone. You're all absolutely incredible, and this series wouldn't be half as good as it's going to be without you, because that text-to-speech stuff, it wouldn't cut it. Not now, not today in 2022. So, thank you all for joining me on this journey, and I can't wait to continue with episode 2 when it drops.
It's really good, like, when it comes to, like, voice acting now, is, like, text-to-speech is, like, I don't know how to say it without offending anyone that likes text-to-speech, but, like, I would say
There's nothing against using text-to-speech.
Like,
it's like
overrated.
After the early days of ZashQ37 back in the day, it feels a little dated.
Yeah,
That's
like outdated, some sort of.
I mean, why do you think the Hottest Dog switched to voice acting at the end of SSR?
That's true. I mean, he did say in one of the Q&A segments that like everything should have been voice act for SS.
Especially since there feels like there's more emotion in a voice-acted character as well.
Yeah, that would make sense. Definitely not gonna forget about this one. The Amazing Gamer 111, the movie. Or the Amazing Gamer 111 movie.
There is a lot of controversy behind this movie and its release, I'll tell you that.
So what is the history of Tag 111 movie?
I did skim over it briefly in the Q&A for the movie, but we'll go into full detail right now. Not only the movie, but the origins of my rivalry with Polaroid in the first place. Okay, so Polaroid is not a fictional character. He is a real person. He was an actual YouTuber that was my rival. So, how it all began was way back when Google Plus was a thing, which I want back desperately. And this was before, no, it was just after I created my YouTube and started uploading. I was still 13 at this point, and I joined Google Plus, and I saw that there was a Five Nights at Freddy's fan club community. I was like, oh, it's cool, so I'll join in. Why not? This could be fun. There could be some nice people here. And there were some great people that I met there, like Seahooks, who I still talk to today. Spring Bonnie Gaming, who used to be really nasty but is really nice now. Karate Chop. Just so many nice people. Mangle Gamer. Just so many great people. Funtime Foxy. And when I first came there, everyone was just... They were nice to me, but then all of a sudden this guy named like Polaroid comes in, who was a Splinks. He had a Splinks model of Toy Bonnie, but it was green instead of blue. And he was just a pure brute to everyone, and I was like, oh my god, how long has this guy been doing this? No, like, yeah, just for about 5 years. We used to know him at school. We don't see him anymore, but he still bullies us sometimes, but like, we don't do anything about it. And that's when I was like, well, I'm fresh meat, so I'm going to do something about it. And what I ended up doing was literally gathering evidence of everything nasty he had done from everyone's private DMs. They're like, okay, so Polaroid said this to me, he's spreading rumors about me here and there. And all at once, everyone, with the evidence piling up, how rude he was to everyone, calling them like really unsanitary things, let's put it like that. Ended up getting completely blocked from everyone, from Hangouts. Reported, gone. His account was suspended. And he never uploaded to YouTube again after that. And it was all my fault, because I had encouraged everyone to step in and do something about this guy for bullying, which is good. Don't bully, because bullying's rude, and you'll get your ass kicked for it.
That's true. I wouldn't say it's your fault, but I would just say, like, you done a good deed. Like, a good deed, yeah.
It may have been my fault, but it was the right thing to do. Because I couldn't just sit in a community where everyone was sad. And I know, like, from the one person that he could still interact with, the one person Polaroid could still interact with, was Spring Bonnie Gaming, whose name is now Spring Trap Gaming. He and I still talk sometimes. He's not rude anymore, but he was, back in the day, Polaroid's little sidekick, I guess you could say. His right-hand man. But Polaroid didn't treat him nicely. Not at all. And that's why he doesn't in the movie either, as you guys see in the preview. Whacks him around the head with a book and talks to him like he's a moron, and, you know, he just talks like, oh, you really want to steal stuff? Why would you do that? Like, yes, you freaking moron. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's really not treated well by Polaroid. Wasn't back in the day, and I could tell that from the photos I saw, Polaroid sent Springtrap Gaming, and Springtrap Gaming sent me. It's like, if it wasn't for that freaking Gamer111 guy coming in, then this wouldn't have happened. This is all his damn fault. I was like, oh, okay. He's blaming me for something that's not really my fault, because he had started the entire thing. He accused me of starting the rivalry, where he was being mean long before I showed up. And that's what inspired me in the movie to be like, who could be the villain? I know. Base it off my rivalry with Polaroid. Because we despised each other back in the day. We hated each other. His whereabouts, the real Polaroid's whereabouts now, we don't know. We don't know what he's doing. Cody Merrill, who's playing Foxy in Fanath World, the animated series, is playing Polaroid in the movie. So we don't have the official Polaroid voicing Polaroid. So yeah, there's no clue what happened to the real Polaroid. It's a mystery forever. But I know that he blames me for everything. But I thought, well, if the movie could take place years after he had disappeared, then the characters could be like, he's up to something, he hasn't came out of his home for ages, what's he up to? So that was the leeway to be like, hey, he could be the villain of the film. This could be his revenge story. So, boom, there's the origins of Polaroid. Long story, isn't it?
And I could agree. Long story, but long history, and good to know about, like, you actually had a rival with someone. It's usually uncommon for someone to, like, make an animation of them having beef with somebody as a movie.
Exactly. I can't imagine what the real Polaroid's gonna think if he ever sees the movie. Like, but he'd probably agree that I wrote him to be completely like he was back in the day. Like, yeah, that's me. Scheming.
The way he's like, yeah, that's me.
Me, yeah. He nailed me to a T. I still hate him, but that's me, alright.
Probably gonna be mad when he loses somehow.
Like, he'll leave a comment saying, why'd you make me lose? Oh, I hate you.
If the tag movie, if ever beats Polaroid, because, again, we don't know much about tag movie, well, sort of. Will it be like one of those My Little Pony bullcrap, being like, oh, you tried nearly killing us, but yeah, I guess we can spare you? Is it gonna be like that, or is it just gonna be like...
No! Absolutely not! We are not, like... It's not gonna be a situation of being like, we almost destroyed the universe. We'll get over it. No! That is not what is going to happen. Absolutely, he will get a dark punishment for what he does. I'm not gonna say what it is, because I've written 8 different endings displaying how dark I want his send-off to be. I've finally agreed with something I love, and also something I hate as well. And you'll see what that is when the movie's done. It's a big surprise, and everyone's going to be in complete shock and horror when they see what the ending is for the movie, but yeah.
Oh,
I feel like it's going to be great. The way we send him off.
Oh boy.
Fantastic.
It's just gonna get Obese with the banhammer. Dark way to end.
We have banned Polaroid from the Tagverse. Victory is ours. Someone's gonna animate that for like 5 seconds of me saying that.
I know.
I successfully killed the bad rabbit OC. Time to party.
Yeah. So, what does Polaroid have to do with the multiverse? Like, why is he fighting, like, Siren Head, Eggman, Spinel, Crash, Sonic?
You'll see in the movie. That'll all be explained in the narrative. Like, in the opening, you had to pay very close attention to what the narrator is saying, because it's very important to the context of the movie. There is not one moment that doesn't build upon the previous. It's all important for the movie's plot. It keeps going. There's no B-plots in the movie. It is all one cohesive narrative that builds up to this big finale, and it's really fun.
How threatening is Polaroid to the Tagverse?
All the other villains are scared of him, so that's pretty threatening. Like, when you think of the likes of the Devil from Cuphead, or Grogar from G1 of My Little Pony, or
Eggman?
Diesel 10 from Magic Railroad being scared of this little rabbit, yeah, he's pretty dark in the tag movie.
Oh boy. Threatening to murder them or something like that?
Worse.
That definitely sounds like Polaroid in the Google Plus.
Right on par with what he used to say to everybody.
If the actor is watching this Polaroid, good job getting the role. You're the main villain of Polaroid.
Yeah, and his voice is so perfect as well. Cody is doing such a good job with Polaroid's voice. I freaking love his voice that he's given him.
Yeah,
It feels so maniacal and dastardly.
Yeah, it's like, you got the role of Polaroid, the main villain of this movie. You do the voice perfectly. Like, damn, like, it's usually uncommon for some people to get the main villains, especially when they're sort of underrated. I don't know. Depends how many subscribers you have. Please don't hurt me if I assume you wrong. Please don't. I don't want to be bullied by Polaroid.
No, not a second time.
No. If Polaroid wasn't a bully, who would be the main villain then? Like, if there was some sort of different reality out there that Polaroid in the Google Plus was like, not a meanie butt face. Who would have been the main villain for the Tag movie? If you ever wondered of that.
No, I haven't ever thought about that. If Polaroid was a good guy, I think you're just gonna have to wait for the ending and see for yourself. Wink, wink.
Oh boy. Do you think Polaroid has changed ever since he got banned from the Google Plus?
The real Polaroid?
Yeah.
I like to hope so. If he hasn't, he's turned into a 19-year-old utter brute who's bitter on the past about some Fnaf drama from 5 years ago.
He's like, ever since that day, I've been traumatized. They banned me from that goddamn Google Plus. And I planned my revenge until this day, cause I am Polaroid. I just like the way we're making fun of him. Anything else you want to say about the Tag movie?
Other than what I've said in Q&A when I wrote it in my mum's car when she was in Tesco's. That's pretty much it. Oh wait, there is a fact. The Tag movie is originally going to be a 30-minute long live-action plush movie from my dark ages.
Uh-oh.
Let that sink in for a moment. How awful would that have been?
It's like, I'm gonna kill you, and then you're just gonna make this giant-ass custom plush of, like, a Polaroid toy bodies.
just get one of my normal pillows I used to sleep on and just slap a JPEG of Toy Bonnie on it. It's like, yes, this is totally up to movie standards. I've truly come so far.
I know this series isn't technically yours, but Calamity, episode 1.
Calamity, I'm still waiting to hear back from Funtime Foxy about episode 1. I don't know what's happened to her or anything, if she's just gone on hiatus or lost access to her account. I really don't know what's been going on. But if at any point she doesn't get back, I will take it upon myself to remake episode 1 in its entirety. I won't carry the whole series because it's not my series. I'll only make episode 1 as promised. Because, you know, this was her passion project, and she said she had to cancel it so many times when she was around more often. I'm like, you know what? I really want to help her with this, so I'm going to take it upon myself to do episode 1 by myself, and if or when she returns, she can have the series from there. Because it's a zombie apocalypse style Fnaf series, which is a really interesting idea. And we do see in episode 1 full detail of how everything begins with the zombies. They're not just there because, oh, zombies, scary, we gotta get out of here. There's a full explanation as to how the zombies are there. I made sure to take passing mentions in media of different FNAF games and headcanons and all that. Episode 1, the beginning, working title, is a good what starts it all, and there is no cure either. And what's very funny is that when I released the teaser for episode 1, the guy on the radio says that an unknown disease has contaminated the human race, and I'm like, this came out in 2020. What a good time to release it. The planet Earth is in a pandemic. Is there no better time for a disease?
So the timeline would be 2020, some sort of?
I don't know when the series actually takes place. Probably like in 2016. That's when the original Calamity was put together, I think.
Funtime Foxy, if you're watching this, hope you are okay, because we are actually kind of worried about you.
Yeah, fingers crossed you're doing okay. I certainly hope so.
Fingers crossed. Is there any characters that's going to be important in episode 1 of Calamity?
I do know that Funtime Foxy and Fredbear are supposed to be main characters, but in episode 1, I think the mains are just going to be Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Mangle, and also the puppet. I think those like few characters are going to be the only ones in episode 1. Then I think episode 2 is about the Wizards and the Phantoms, I think. I'm not sure.
That's all the questions I kind of have about Calamity, since I don't know much about it. Like, I know that it's a zombie apocalypse, and it's not really your series, so it's kind of a sticky situation in between.
Yeah. Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, but hopefully we'll get everything figured out.
Yeah. That's basically all I have for questions. Actually, there's one that I want to know about. What is the emergency alert
yeah?
system broadcast content? What is that about?
Oh, those are just little things I want to make in my spare time if I get bored and just want to put something together for certain scenarios, like because everyone's doing the SCP Foundation breakout stuff, and when day breaks, or more than a star, or that's no moon, or whatever, alien invasion stuff like that. And I thought for my own version, the first one to kick off would be Enter the Florpus, because my god, that was such a good movie. And I thought if there was an emergency alert system for that situation, it would be really, like, really dramatic. And I was thinking of maybe doing one for Special Strike Rebellion as well, with Bug Trap, or maybe even The End, or something like that. I don't know.
Memeverse.
That could be really cool.
Memeverse. Ooh.
Memeverse as well. There could be a ton of potential for really good, like, parodies. And I'm just waiting to see what pops up next to inspire me to make a full emergency alert system of it. So those will just come out whenever I feel like making them. Not too often, though.
That's all the questions I have. Other than that, any fun facts about anything? Like 3 fun facts, 4, etc.
I think I did have a few things. Yeah, just a few small things I did want to touch upon. The Road Through the Tagverse series, as some of you might have seen on my casting call club, has now been changed to the Amazing Gamer111's SFM Multiverse. That is for the Tagverse. And what basically what the Road Through the Tagverse is a prequel audio series to the Amazing Gamer111, much like how Doctor Who's An Assistant was, the audio stories and that kind of stuff. It's all origin stories with the Amazing Gamer111 of how he met all these different characters like Cuphead, Freddy, Thomas, all these different characters and his encounters with those worlds, and the conflicts. And then once all of that is finished, it would lead up to the Tag movie. So yeah, it would just be a fun audio drama series. Not exactly a fanfic, but you know, it'd be fun to do, just building up to the movie. And I'm really excited to maybe get into that. Even if it comes out after the movie, it will all be taking place before the film. I already had the first episode scripted, and some of the VAs have sent me their lines, so I might have the first episode out probably in May. I hope so.
That's good to know. That's actually good to know about that. Like, there's a prequel before that Tag movie, which some people are gonna ask, like, how the heck did this even happen in the first place? This and that.
Yeah, because if I just, like, didn't release the audio series, I feel like people would ask questions like, how does Tag know who the hell Twilight Sparkle is, or who Thomas the Tank Engine or Freddy Fazbear are? We haven't seen him go to these worlds in animations before, what's going on? Who are these other characters like Hilda or Isabel? How does he know Wheatley and GLaDOS and Jenny and Conker? It'll all be explained in this audio series, and in very cool stories that I've thought about. You'll all see how I meet those characters and stuff. What else is there? The Mimi redub of Special Strike Rebellion. I've got all the VAs now, it's ready to go. We're gonna start doing our lines soon. And all the lines for the characters are literally just the same ones from the movie of Special Strike Rebellion. So literally just those VAs would have to go through the film and just like look at all the scenes their characters appear in and read their lines again, but with dumb voices. And as soon as that's ready, I'll have that released. I've already started editing my lines for it, which has been fun. Oh yes! The Magic Railroad One Last Round chase scene. And what is also going to be my final Thomas animation, probably ever. And that's going to come out after I release a few original stories, as I said in my community posts of my channel, saying I'm going to write some original Thomas stories, the small series of that. It won't go on forever, but it's called the Thomas and Friends Source Filmmaker Stories series, and I've already got the first episode scripted. I've sent the lines off to the narrator, and I've called it Midnight Adventure. It's more of a pilot, really, It's not going to be an ongoing, super long series. There will be no consistency with episodes. It'll be more of an ensemble show as well, much like how Thomas used to be. The script for the pilot of Midnight Adventure isn't entirely an original story. It's just a pilot placeholder story from the show of Busy Buses, which only the mega super OG Brits will know, but it's just a placeholder story. It won't be permanent like that. I will write more original stories in the future. And I think that might be everything, possibly. Oh yeah, I also plan to do some sort of audio drama for the ending of the end from MLP rewritten, because I wasn't satisfied with how that was in the official show. Other than that, I think that's everything.
Nothing about bite-size Fanath World?
Yes, bite-sized Fnath World. That's basically just going to be my equivalent of ASDF movie in between Fnath World episodes with the Fnath World characters and voice actors and actresses. Just fun little goofy skits that we're all going to put together with our voice acting and animate, and it'll be fun. I can't wait.
So that's it? That's everything that you need to know? You have to say?
I believe that's everything, yeah.
Alright, then that is a perfect way to end the episode. Thank you for managing our time again to join this broadcast. Well, interview again.
Indeed, and I'm much more enthusiastic now. I'm very happy we got to re-record this.
Yeah. So some of it was like kind of weird since somehow microphone keeps freaking dying. That whether it just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was very chaotic last time, but I'm glad we got through this one without any problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this interview, if you guys are ever watching it. Make sure you guys subscribe to TheAmazingGamer111. He is a cool savage
Thank you
man.
very much. And be sure to subscribe to Anthony as well for more interviews just like this.
We have 2 episodes coming up. One of them is interviewing with Lightning Productions, and the other one is this one. But this one might take a longer one to edit because it's an hour long.
We went through a lot today.
Yeah, it's an hour long too, so that's gonna suck. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you all so much for watching. Anything you want to say before we stop this interview?
Yeah, I really want to thank my community for being there for the last 7 or so years, and whether you're a fan old or new, like Kaneko Plays being an old fan, Anthony being a new one, or just anywhere in between, it doesn't matter how long you've been around or not. I sincerely thank each and every one of you for subscribing and taking an interest in my content. All I've ever wanted to do is just entertain an audience and have creative freedom to do what I like, and I feel like I'm accomplishing both those things really well, and your support is really pushing me to inch for the next step. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for investing your time in the stuff that I make, whether it's a gaming video, reactions, animations, crap posts, anything. So yeah, thanks guys, love you, and I will continue to be awesome furthermore in the future.
Yeah, always continue being awesome. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode of the interview. Bye everyone!